Valorant is one of the most addictive games I think I've ever played, but it couldn't keep me. And yes, I understand that sounds contradicting, but I feel like the game is addicting for all the wrong reasons. I started playing Valorant in 2024 whenever the game came to console, and shortly moved to PC after the fact. And every single day from that point on console to PC, I would play Valorant for a minimum 4 hours a day. I mean, that was just minimum. I probably played the game for about maybe 14 months or so and ended up racking like 1,200 hours. It's actually unhealthy. But imagine you were in my shoes. You play the game every day, minimum 4 hours. Of course, there'd be some off days or whatever when you didn't play or you didn't have the chance, but for the majority, that was your time frame. Now, in that scenario as well, you start making content for the game to further express your love for it. So for even on the days where you don't feel like playing that game, or maybe you're just in the mood to try something else out, you still log into the game for content reasons or to stream, whatever the case may be, right? I mean, you're content creating for a specific game. That's where your platform is. So you're really just tied into this game, for better or worse, of course, but there's some other games that may take your eyes. So at the end of the day, you still log into the game. Now, tie your friend group into that, where the only game that you guys know and have the ability to play is Valorant, okay? So what I'm getting at is no matter whether you want to play the game or not, you're pretty much going to log into it anyways. This right here really fucked up my relationship with this game. Now, there are 3 modes in Valorant, maybe 4, that are actually entertaining, and the other ones are literally just warm-up. You have Swift Play, Unrated, and Competitive, with the extra mode being Custom Game and Team Deathmatch. The other modes aren't really even in question because, like, what the fuck are even those? Like, Escalation? Are we serious? E for effort, I suppose. Anyways, from that point on, from that year that you began, and for all those hours and all those days that you logged in, the only new additions to the game were 2 maps and a select few agents. No new guns, no new modes, no way to celebrate holidays, and the only new thing that you consistently saw were bundles. Very consistently. And there's nothing to grind. The only thing to grind is your skill and competitive. And, well, I guess maybe the battle pass, but I mean, like, what the fuck? The game starts to lack replayability after a certain amount of time. Literally, the only reason you're there is just because you pretty much have to be. Not that you're forced, but you're pretty much forced. So the way that I would compensate was playing competitive with my friends, and this is gonna break terms of service, but I would smurf a lot, so I mean, ban me, I guess. At the end of the day, the game just kind of felt like it was competitive or smurfing, and there really wasn't much else to it. I mean, comparing the game to its competitors, like Counter-Strike, for example, I've been preaching this for a long ass time. Custom games. Holy fuck, do you know how long I would be on Valorant? I would install the game again to fucking play that shit and just play it for hours. Dude, a surfing or a fucking parkour mode would just cook. One thing I can give credit to the devs is the fact that they do listen, to a certain extent that is, but ability overload is something that's been in the works for quite some time now, and the replay mode took way too fucking long to be added. I mean, they lost half of their fucking player base by the time they promised that. Like, what the fuck took so long? Anyways, I can complain for hours about the stupid shit of Valorant, but the problem is the fact that the game limits itself and therefore limits content creators and players as far as what they want to do. I remember in my new player opinion on Valorant that I dropped not so long ago, these are problems that I discussed, and I was hoping that they would be fixed or at least touched on since I recorded them last, but not a single one has been discussed or altered by any means at all. Actually, the problem with the game is it puts competitive before everything else. Yes, the competitive crowd is huge, as goes with Counter-Strike. You still need to appeal to a casual crowd, especially with a game as big as Valorant. I mean, it's like 4 times bigger than Counter-Strike, let's be real. Capitalize off of the casual crowd. This is how a game will succeed. I mean, let's look at Valorant's glory days. Not that I was here for that, but let's take a look. The game was a lot more casual, and it was a lot more fun to engage with. Everything was a lot less competitive as far as agent abilities, limited time modes. The game reached into the casual crowd a lot more. Competitive was almost on the damn back burner. There was like 3 less ranks or something, so like it really wasn't as the primary focus as it is now, which is something that you kind of see in player numbers. But sure, acknowledge the problem and drop a new bundle and maybe fix it in 2 years. I feel like the game kind of has this pattern of like, you play it, you do good in competitive, you get where you want in competitive, and boom, you have beat the game. The only point to continue playing after that point is to literally hit Radiant or #1 or whatever the case may be, which is such a backfiring thing too, because why would competitive be the thing that you want to do, right? Like, I played competitive on a lot of different games, and it all started with Fortnite. Everybody fucking hates competitive. We all play it, but like, we hate it, right? So it makes this toxic relationship with a game that you truly want to love, but it kind of treats you like shit back. Not that it's the game's fault, but it sort of really is. I mean, it's not Riot's fault that you didn't hit shots that day, or it's not Riot's fault that you got blinded by a Phoenix and then fucking dashed by a jet. You get the point. It just really hurts because it's like, why is that the only thing that I should be caring for, aside from maxing out my battle pass. I mean, there's nothing to fucking do. And one thing I can give like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, which is like other hero shooters, is their battle pass system. It's annoying, but it's really good because it takes quite some time to level up those battle passes. I just started Marvel Rivals. I probably put in like 25 hours into the game, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through with my battle pass. Whereas in Valorant, I would be finished 2 times over. And it's also another thing because that's kind of the only thing, aside from competitive, to even quote grind for in Valorant. Whereas in Marvel Rivals, the more you play a character, you'll get cool UI and stuff and new icons, and Overwatch, you get loot boxes and you get badges and all this cool shit. Whereas in Valorant, you literally get nothing at all. So as far as progression goes, I mean, this is something that I talked about whenever I said I was in love with the fucking game. I complained that there was nothing more to do aside from just play. Let's take a step back, alright? Just a big step back. Let's go back 5 years, which is crazy to fucking say. But COVID, 2020, MW 2019. That game was at its peak. It was popping. Everybody was playing it. That was the Call of Duty to play. There was a huge variety of modes. There was Warzone, there was Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Hardcore, Camo Grind, Leveling Up, Prestiging, Prestige Rewards, and most importantly, Gunfight. Most important modes during that entire session of that game fucking existing, aside from Warzone, let's put that aside, that's technically a different game, was Search and Destroy and Gunfight. And the reason why I put progression items or products or whatever the case may be into that sense of quote play was because it was something to continue playing the game for. Yes, we loved Search and Destroy at its core, and we loved playing Gunfight at its core, but it rewarded us, especially playing competitive on those modes. I remember doing those tournaments in Gunfight specifically where me and my buddy would play it, and we would just get new blueprints, calling cards, we would get levels up for our battle pass, we would get charms, and just a bunch of cool shit to like kind of flex with or just like have just in our account. Like whether it's shit items or not, we still got them. So yes, we played the mode because 1, it was fun, 2, it increased our skill, our awareness, and the more we played, the better we got. We also got progressional rewards and just straight up rewards for competing. It wasn't just some shitty buddy that was remastered every fucking season. It would be a new blueprint, it would be a new calling card, it would be something really, really cool or unique or different, and even if it was a shit item, it was the fact that we at least got something for our efforts in the tournament. Now, with all that, just in that one mode, we still had multiple modes to choose from. And I don't mean to compare apples to oranges because Call of Duty is not Valorant. And Call of Duty, quite frankly, the shittiest franchise I've seen in a really long time. Like, it hasn't been good, well, since 2020, to be honest. But anyways, it was the fact that we had multiple things to do and we got rewarded for doing everything. And it made the game so replayable. It was perfect. Fuck, we would still play it to this day if it wasn't for hackers. I mean, genuinely. Anyways, the whole reason I compare these two games is because one rewards you for playing all the different modes in the game, and the other one gives you nothing and it does nothing. There's not even progression in heroes. I mean, there is literally nothing. Think to yourself, what is the point of me playing this game? Now, you can say that about any other game because at the end of the day, none of it fucking matters. You go play Grand Theft Auto 5, you go play Ghost of Tsushima, like, no matter anything you play, at the end of the day, it technically doesn't matter. But in those two games that I just listed, completely different games, there is something to grind for. There is something to further keep you engaged as a single player playing alone. Let's look at Halo Reach, right? This is one of my favorite no, fuck that. That is my favorite game of all time. I can solo queue, I can play with friends. Either way, the game's a blast, and here's why. You play the game as a solo player. You play it with the intention of having fun when you play the game. The progression, the leveling, the armor that you unlock in the process is something that goes on in the background that keeps you further engaged into the game. Hell, achievements as well. Now, granted, this is PC gaming that we're talking about, so this is different, but I mean, that's just another miniature factor that keeps you grinding. But it's the whole point that I'm trying to make, that even as a solo player playing that game, it's just you have all these things to do and all these things to either grind for or just get in the background, which makes it a hell of a lot better. And adding friends to the equation makes the game 10 times better. You can play with your friends in any one of those modes. It can be Forge, Campaign, Custom Games, etc. It can literally be anything. So what I'm trying to get at is I really, really, really wish Valorant would add new modes that are actually worth my fucking time, because nobody is playing Escalation. I mean, shit, even Call of Duty had a better meaning behind gun game. Like, it used to be fun because you can go in there and fuck around with your friends, whatever, and you could do the same in Valorant. But like, let's say you were under level 4, maybe there was an AK-47 that was like for level 55 or something. I'm referencing MW2 here, but like, let's say that's, for example. You can play that mode and still find progression in your camos or your leveling up for the gun, right? Now, MW2 is out the equation for this, but you get the point. At the base, you go in the mode to have fun, experience it. You add friends to the equation, it makes it better. And all along, there's progression to go with it. So even if you're playing it solo, there's still a reason. At the end of the day, there is a full fucking triangle of shit to do and how to do it and why to do it, and it just makes the game a lot more enhanced, alongside with having a competitive mode and other modes to actually experience. So if you want to take the game more seriously, that's there too. Valorant does not have that. It has been 5 fucking years. Why in the fuck is there less modes than I can count on my 10 damn fingers that I have, and hopefully they remain? And there is so much more that ties into it as well. Looking at heroes, well, agents in this case. Let's take Overwatch for example. You're playing competitive, you're playing payload, right? And this is this little mode where you have this cart, you have to push it forward to the other point. If you do it, you win. Good job, right? Wonderful. As a Kiriko man, I'm sitting in the back line and I'm healing my Reinhardt, right? And out of nowhere, I see an influx of fucking colors. I'm talking rainbow, I'm talking the pits of hell just opened on this fucking cart. So what do I do? Do I die? Do I like pop my ult and try to like help my team counter the hell that has been brought upon Earth? What do I do? Let's say I wait it out, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop my ult, I'm just gonna play for retake or whatever. Like if we need to lose the payload for a couple seconds or however long and then come back and I can pop my ult so we can get back to where we were, it's not that punishing unless there's really just not much time on the clock anymore. You have that freedom in that casual feel where it's like, damn, okay, well we just got wrecked on this payload because they ult dumped, but now we have a good replay to take back where this cart was. Valorant's a completely different game as far as how you complete your objective. So it's hard to kind of balance this out. But let's say you're playing Valorant and you're playing Cypher, you're playing a Sinti, whatever the case may be. You're holding the site. Your smokes are chilling in mid as they should. Breach pops is all, Harbor pops is all. They own that site now. You try to play for retake, your team's trying to come over. You get blinded, stunned, shot, dead. You're dead. There's nothing to do. You've lost that round. Congratulations, you're fucked. And what I'm trying to get at with that shitty example, I'm sure it probably didn't do anything, but hopefully it got the point across. I don't know if it did, but anyway, ability overload. What do you do? Like, what are you supposed to do to fight against multiple util and ultimates? Like, there is nothing you can do. And yes, they're adding a new agent that counters a lot of stuff, but like that almost sort of feels like a band-aid to sort of fix the issue for now. Oh, like, yeah, we have like 4 or 5 different fucking agents just on different roles that can stun and kind of disable your weapons or whatever the case may be. Ability overload is something that we're talking about, but we're just gonna throw this fucking band-aid over it for now and just hope you guys get over it. Like, cool, man. Like, I'm just here to play unrated. And I understand, yes, shit aside, you could like play for retake, leave the site, let them have it, and then just counter it. But not every team is as coordinated as this. And it ties right back to that competitive aspect where it's literally just competitive. Like, there is no reach for a casual player. Like, yes, ability overload, you're quite literally working on every character in the game, and taking an ability away, I assume, is how they're gonna do it, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, this is something that should have been thought about like whenever you started the game. I mean, if you're gonna have a live service hero shooter, you're gonna need to balance something out eventually. But yes, make some promises, fix it a few years from now, and just throw a fucking band-aid on it. Boom, there you go. But one thing that they're always gonna be there for is the bundles. And I understand it's a completely different team. The people who make the cinematics, the people who do animation, the people who do the balancing and the matchmaking and stuff like that is a completely different team from cosmetics and bundles, etc. But unfortunately, a lot of players and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, they don't know that. So it feels extra backhanded whenever the community's bitching about something and you're also bitching about it, but you understand the complications behind it. And it's like, wow, we're all pissed. And why do I bring that up? Yes, the original topic is bundles, and I'm still going to tap back into that, but community sentiment? I don't know. You get the point. You check comments on Instagram or Twitter on a new Valorant post, and you're like, oh wow, this looks really cool, this like new agent. You look at the comments, oh yo, can you fix this, and it's just bitching. And it's like, yo, can we just fucking be happy? And I get it, like, that's social media, that's literally the internet, everybody's miserable. Fuck, I'm contributing to it, but it's like, come on. Like, don't tell me that you're listening and then come back with a change a few years from now. Like, the replay was the #1 thing, and it took 5 fucking years. What are we doing? Like, at that rate, the game will be fucking dead by dawn. And this is something that they also announced just recently. Another example, a Harbor rework. He has been the most useless and most backfire. Like, if you want to throw a game, I've had one I will never forget this. I had a Harbor on my team. I was smurfing, whatever, right? And I was trying to boost my friend out of, I think it was gold or plat, something like that, right? And this Harbor was genuinely throwing, like, more than throwing. It was more an effect than having a breach on your team that was trying to throw for you guys. Like, he would do his walls that would slow or fuck up entry, and it just ruined everything. I mean, it's just the fact that as a controller, why are you that backfiring to be able to throw like that? I mean, seriously. And you're just now fixing it? I mean, I've been checking comments for a long time. I've been tied in with the community. People have been bitching about this forever. Personally, I never gave a shit, but I was like, you know, I agree with you guys. But it's like, damn, he's really that bad? And you're just now doing something about it? He's been out for a long ass time now. And here's another problem that I also contributed to, Smurfing. What if I cared? What if I wanted to to get out of plat that game. And I have this fucking harbor who's intentionally throwing and will have no repercussions by any means, ever, now or then. So it really pisses me off whenever they add a ban and a loss of RR for dodging, because I don't like fucking corrode. Sorry, don't want to play it. It's a shit map, my bad. Like, sure, you get a warning at first and then after the fact you lose RR, but it's like, what if I got that map twice? And it's happened before. I've lost RR off dodging. It's dumb. But like, why is smurfing not something that's even reportable? Like, if I see a jet drop a fucking 40 bomb and die twice, I mean, come the fuck on. It's either he's hacking or he's smurfing. There's no in between. But you want to be petty because I don't want to play your shit map corrode? My bad. Bro, I mean, YouTubers do it. I'll see a motherfucker go iron to radiant with a shorty. Brother, why am I seeing a Yoru dropping a 30 bomb with a shorty? Riot, hello? I'm iron. I'm trying to get to bronze. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like ridiculous. It's just the fact that they only care about what they want to care about. There's nothing at all being added in a positive manner. You have the illusion of them listening, which I will give them way more than Valve, because I don't think Valve even gives a fuck about Counter-Strike. Like, I think they care, but like, do they listen? Maybe? I don't know. Which also sucks because like, who's even their competitors? Like, yes, you have Counter-Strike, right? But like, nothing taps like Valorant. As much as I hate the game, there is nothing else. Like, I mean, like, sure, you have your Marvel Rivals and your Overwatches, but it's like, do you have a cartoony search and destroy 5v5 headshots matter utility do you have another competitor? Fragpunk, I wish. Game couldn't even compete with itself, but like, the whole point remains, there's nothing else like it. It's in its own field amongst other fields, and it does it so well, but so horribly, and that's the problem. At the end of the day, Valorant, Riot, whatever, they know that there is no other game that can tap like it or even compete in its field. And I'm going to tap back into Counter-Strike. I'm going to go ahead and mention this again, but it's like, you can say it's a competitor, but it's not even on a competitive level, right? Like, competitive, the mode, it's hackers or bots in Counter-Strike. There is no in between. Face it, why do I have to give you my ID? Why do you need that? For there to still be hackers anyway? Face it, lock in. And here's the thing with Riot is, I feel like it's a pattern with them. They make these super addictive games that are good, but good enough to be addicted to. They're not good to a point to fucking love them. League is a perfect example. You ask somebody, hey, do you play League? Oh yeah, I play League. Do you recommend it? Should I download it? No, don't do it. Okay. Why? And it's just a whole charade of bullshit why you shouldn't install League of Legends. But at the end of the day, all the issues that they put on the back burner and they fix years from now, still got the bundles that they drop so they can make a fat ass fucking check on you and you take it like a good bitch would. But it's whatever. Put your priorities where they need to be. Money comes first in a business. It's simple. It's economics. It's literally how a business runs. But do not give them the illusion that you're going to pave the way for hero shooters and competitive games, and the fact that you may or may not be listening with some Halo Combat Evolved type of fucking passion project in your studio. You're bullshitting me, and we can see it in the rate of updates for shit that needs to be changed and shit that doesn't need to be changed or added or fixed or whatever. Do we need corrode? Did anybody ask for a shit map like that? I'm sorry, did people like the Bucky? No. What? Let's give it a map. Fuck it. And let's throw it in competitive and force you to play it. But you get more RR, don't worry. What are we doing? Remember when Neon was just broken? Like, she was broken. Insanely broken. And out of nowhere, boom, 100% accuracy on her shooting with her slides. Yo, we were bitching that the agent even existed. Why are we doing this? It's the illusion that they listen. It's the illusion that they care. But in reality, it just sits in HR or whatever the fuck for years. And then the devs are like, okay, well, you know what? We'll get to this, but first, we're gonna add 3 more agents, 4 more blinds, 6 more stuns, and we're gonna add another map. But this one, instead of falling off the map like Abyss, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have the map shift around you and push you so it always changes on some Marvel Rival shit. Lock the fuck in. I mean, it's all hypotheticals. It's not like that's gonna happen, but I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, why was there a handful of agents that got added before Harbor got a rework, which he's been bitched about since he came out? I assume so. But anyways, there's a lot to complain about. I mean, I can go on for hours. I could talk about cosmetics. I mean, that's how this channel began. I can bitch about how the cosmetics and the quality of such is just not great. Radiant, I can bitch about that all day. There's a lot, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys, okay? So don't worry. But if you guys want to go check out my other videos about Valorant or whenever I was happy playing the game, be sure to do that. But until then, I appreciate your time with me today. Thank you so much for watching. It's been sick. Peace.